Our organization is the Art of Reuse. Interim is the pop-up concept boutique.
We're trying to offer more of an upscale boutique style for secondhand clothes and for thrift and for vintage pieces. So we're trying to make sure that when it's merchandised properly, that the clothes are clean, that they smell good, that they're washed, and that they look good and they fit well. So we want to offer that same aesthetic that any other retail space would offer, but just on an Interim scale.
The way thrift shopping is right now, the perception of it is people don't want to go in because secondhand clothes are nasty. And I don't blame them. Like, thrift shops are nasty. They're gross. But if you don't like something, then you should change it. With the Interim, it's not just necessarily about thrift clothing and secondhand clothing, but it's like history here. You know?
I found some of my favorite clothes there. Like, I'm never without something thrift. And I realized, you know, it's become a part of me, and I really enjoy it because all of the pieces have a story behind them.
It's the stuff you can find now in the retail store, and sometimes it's not. But all I know is that most of my pieces are like one of a kind. Like, it can't be found.
For me, like when I used to go into thrift shops, it was like, it became like addictive at one point. You know what I mean? It's like hunting for treasure, basically. You know what I mean? Hunting, you're just always after something unique, something that no one else is gonna have. That's just, you know what I mean? For you.
That's the great thing about thrift. It can't die. You're always finding something that you can make it work, or you're always finding something that you love.
What motivates me the most is like, it's always there, and like no one really knows it, and it's always gonna be there. So it's gonna last forever.
At first, I wasn't good at it, so I thought, you know what, maybe this just isn't for me. Like, it takes a lot of patience. I started going with my friends and with our group. I got more used to it, and I realized there are a lot of really good gems out there.
At first, I was just about brands, and when you open your eyes to something new, like a thrift store, you kind of see different, just a whole new world, to be honest with you.
Sometimes I go and I don't find anything, you know, but this was us really taking our concept of shopping thrift, because we were all doing this before, but now introducing the world to it.
And I was that guy that used to spend tons of money on clothes. I'd be that guy to buy the Winston Horn jacket for $500. And I discovered thrift from some good friends, and I don't think I'll ever go back to shopping the way I did in the past.
Because we're all young and we all want you know, to live luxurious, we want to, like, we got to be able to see that we don't make that kind of money or that kind of income to be shopping the way we do.
All the time we'd be asked, you know, where did you get this? Where did you get that? And be like, I paid $5 for it. And it blew people away.
Before I used to spend so much money on clothes and like only like one piece of clothing, but now I can buy like 50 things for like $50 or more.
And look what it's costing me. $2, $3. Like, you can go in with like $60 and come out with amazing things. So
my jeans were like 20 from Old Navy. My Levi's jacket was like $6 in the kids section at Tully's, and then I have a Ralph button-up from Montreal for like $6.
That we didn't want to make it too expensive for people and out of people's reach. We wanted it to be accessible to everybody.
I wanted to prove a point, basically. That's all I'm trying to do, is show that great fashion, you know, can be found at great prices.
The first thing we look at is, okay, this piece is dope. It's simple, it's clean. Now we look at the garment, and literally, like, people think we're crazy, but we spread out the garment and we scan it. Yeah. How do I feel about it? I think this is like 5 out of 10. That's just me.
Then no.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Just because, like, I mean, tweed shorts are pretty gay.
The fact that we're even speaking about this is enough for me.
Yeah, the fit's not, yeah.
We make sure everything is like in amazing condition, you know, like
no rips, that there's no stains, that there are no tags ripped out for any reason, and that the fit is key. And that's the last thing that we look at. Like, we got to try it on now. And you still have it on. You still have it on.
It's one of those tuck-ins. A classic fit. Classic fit.
Yeah, you guys do that. Stop. No, we gotta go. If everything's there and the fit is not there, it's left.
Through this event and through what we're doing, we can really change the way thrift is viewed.
A lot of people don't really know that this exists. I think it's lack of education. If that's what we want to do, the main thing is educate people on thrift and vintage wear. Because once they know about it, I think they'll love it as much as we all do.
It's eco-friendly, right? Like, we're doing not only something that I think is new, innovative for fashion and retail, but also for the environment.
We want to change like the perception people have of like thrift and like value villages. They think it's dirty and whatnot. Like, and we're just gonna make it beautiful because like thrift and like vintage clothing is beautiful in its own. So
even if one person just comes to the shop and says, you know what, like, I'm gonna start thrift shopping, I'm gonna at least try, then to me this whole past 6 months has not been a waste of my time. You know what I mean? It shows that we've reached the goal. Like, we've got to one person, 2 people, whatever the case may be. But if everyone comes out and this gets strong to the point where we can be doing this for a living, then that would be amazing too. And I'll have it no other way. Like, that's what we're going to do.